Question he put to me is, what will a lady do in forensic? To start with, I come from a middle class where very high values are given for education, human values and respecting elders. We are 5 sisters and 2 brothers. I was born in the year 1948 December. So in those days, number of girls mean a burden to the family. I was the 5th girl of the family. Of course, the younger brother was the 2nd brother. So when I was born, it seems my mother was said, "Oh, another girl, a burden for you." So when I grew up, I often heard a girl is a burden to the family. So when I came to my senses little, I asked my mother, why do they say this? So my mother answered me, because all the jobs cannot be done by a girl, and mostly because of that they say it. But I am sure none of you all are going to be like that, and especially you will be doing all type of jobs. So then onward I had started seeing that I will do much more than my brothers do. So that part was what has engraved into my brain, that there should not be any distinction between a girl and a boy. So from the childhood I have been a very happy-go child, trying to help people, and equality, all these was engraved in me.
After completing her MSc, Dr. Rukmani received 3 appointment letters. One was for the post of a college lecturer, one for a permanent clerical post at the Reserve Bank of India, considered a very high-profile job during those days, and the third for a forensic laboratories Class 2 post through the public services. Dr. Rukmani chose forensics.
My brother, elder brother, who is just like my guru, he said that after coming in merit, I should not go in for a non-scientific line and join forensic laboratory. So he brought me to the lab, and very surprisingly, when I came to the lab, I found the immediate boss of mine was from also Nagpur, and he knew that I had 2 more appointments in my hand. The question he put to me is, what will a lady do in forensic? That was the turning point for me. Otherwise, even I was thinking, why not take up the job at Nagpur rather than coming here and staying with a cousin, and how it would go out. Bombay in those days were like, very big city for people who have resided in Nagpur. But that sentence, what will a lady do in forensic, was the point. I thank him right now, because of his taunt, I joined forensic. So then onward, I always took whatever I can do, the maximum I have to prove myself, because I've taken a challenge of what a lady can do in forensic. I joined forensic. It's a man-oriented field. Hardly anyone knew what was forensic in those days. So it was real challenge how to go about with and all.
Right after joining the Directorate of Forensic Science Laboratories in 1976, there was a shocking incident that occurred where people were charred to death in a burning train in the Thane, Bombay suburban near Matunga station. Dr. Rukmani faced a lot of discrimination as she was working on this case due to her gender, as there were no women forensic scientists back then.
So for this scene crime, it was in my division, which is known as a chemical or analytical division. But they said, she being lady, she will work in lab and the other persons will go. So that hurt me so badly. I went to the director, showed the appointment letter. In the appointment letter, you have the job is visit scene crime, collect sample from the scene crime and do the analysis. If I am not going to this, why one part of my job is not given to me? I want it. Otherwise, I will put a protest against it. He was shocked to see me fighting like this. Then he said, okay, you come with me. Kerosene residues are found. Let us see how it does not repeat again. So let us inform the authorities they should ban taking any inflammable in public transport like auto, taxi or train or bus. So this was done. So I was so happy that just on joining I could contribute something and something to the society.
Dr. Rukmani Krishnamurthy was part of the United Nations Drug Control Program, where through the UN Fellowship, she stayed for 6 months and worked on traces of drugs that can be found in biological material like urine and blood. Her work impressed the chief of the United Nations Drug Control Program. When she returned to India, she was gifted with rupees 1 crore worth of instruments free of cost for the Indian laboratory.
All this thing, after my marriage, I have my daughter and my son. And when I went to Singapore, my son was hardly 7 years and my daughter was just 11 years. So I was scared, how are they going to manage? So my husband has very clearly said he doesn't want any cook or anyone in the house. They will manage themselves. In this process, he taught my daughter and son to do something for themselves, how to handle things, go to vegetable market and get vegetables, cook at home little and do dosas and whatnot. So I was so happy that they were independent and managing themselves, though I miss them a lot.
The 1993 terrorist bombings that took place in 12 locations in Mumbai saw the entire forensics team working for 3 months, collecting samples from every place, connecting the dots, doing analysis and giving time-targeted quality reports. The analysis results were at par with Interpol. This was appreciated, journals were published, and Dr. Rukmani Krishnamurthy was invited to give lectures in France, Hong Kong, China, the UK, the US, and across the globe.
Then onward, there were many other terrorist attacks and cases of explosion which I handled, like twin blast. Then the train, at a time, about 7 places explosion has occurred. Then you have last one, which is this Taj attack of 26/11. So explosive have been a very big area which I had handled. Many type of high-profile explosive cases, used the latest technology, and most of these cases which we have been done have been appreciated at international forum.
Like you must aware about that 26/11 attack which happened on Mumbai. So it was a big challenge to prove in international court. So first time in India there were some techniques which was implemented to find the connection link between these terrorists and the evidences which were recovered from the scene of crime. Apart from that, even in and the modernization of those forensic test and examination was done by Krishnamurthy madam. So she was a great asset for Maharashtra and for country, for development and strengthening of forensic science in India.
Madam visited 7 countries as guest speaker at international forensic conferences, bagged several awards for her forensic analysis, and also received a letter of appreciation from the Maharashtra government, being the senior-most female forensic scientist in the country. Madam is a brave, fearless woman with tremendous passion and enthusiasm for her work.
I would like to share a very personal event that I had experienced, and there were a lot of learnings in this event. There was a fire incident, and this fire incident had taken place, I think, on 12th or 13th floor of the building. And because of the fire incident, the entire lifts and everything were closed down. So it's a huge task, and we had already given up in terms of how do you reach up, who will climb all these 12, 13 floors and reach and do again the investigation. And that's where what I had seen was ma'am climbing up on stairs in, she is the one who is guiding us, or rather she is the one who's already reached on 12th and 13th floor, and we are just craving her. And I mean, it was a kind of eye-opener for me to think like, why am I giving up?
Media outlets disseminate information to the public, which often project such information as hard facts. Nowadays, the OTT platforms wishing to project actual crime scenes are seeking the expertise of Dr. Rukmani Krishnamurthy.
Like Sacred Games, they are appointed as a technical advisor forensic team. They called us with all the kits to the scene crime, how to handle it. Like in Talwar also, we gave all our instruments how to do about. Now, lie detector also, they were misusing sometime before, but now we taught them how to do it. Do things in a factual way so that the media can convey a proper, positive and a factual thing to the common people who are looking after the media. Today a picture should be such that it convey a real lesson to or a value to the people who are spending money to see the picture. So this is how in the training center we are also coming up with for trainings to the film industry, how to handle it in a more scientific way so that they can stand in Netflix and OTT and other platforms. So this is going to be another very big area which forensic is going to enter.
Earlier, technology used in crime cases was basic. However, with change in the nature of crime, the Indian Forensic Science Laboratory had to swiftly upgrade its old technology. As the senior-most forensic scientist, she created 6 world-class forensic labs and provided new techniques like DNA fingerprinting, cyber forensics, lie detector, narco analysis, and brain signature profiling to cater to high-tech crime.
Regarding the future strategy of the forensic science in the country, we are very happy to say right now Dr. Vyas, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of National Forensic University, is out to see that the forensic standard in all the state and the central laboratories are to the mark. He, through his university, gives guidance for implement and improving the technology in laboratories. He is also a key person to see that the teaching institutes are at a high level, meeting to the requirement of the present technology, so that we can generate skilled forensic experts. So, looking to all these, this year Government of India has presented him with the Padma Shri award, the highest award of our country. And we at Helik are very happy to say that we are closely associated with the National Forensic University, and very soon likely to bring a training center wherein all the investigating people, agency involved like income tax, GST, ED, EOW and all will be trained in an authentic way in this training center, which is likely to come in Mumbai. It would be the National Forensic Science Training and Research Center in collaboration with Helik. It will also give training to the corporate, public sector like bank, insurance and other people. And we are also likely to cover all other small and medium industry wherein in-house threat can be dealt with, and also preventive measures can be taken so that such fraud does not happen frequently. Crimes of economic type, which is of huge frauds and all, they require a lot of digital analysis, equipment, expertise for training and research and development of all the equipment and software used in forensic to come under the Make in India project. So this will be one of the target which we are looking forward to, where the latest equipments can also be made in India so that we don't spend so heavily in purchasing such digital devices and upgrading them every year with huge amount of money.
During her stint as the FSL director, Dr. Krishnamurthy helped crack many high-profile crime cases like Neeraj Grover murder case, the Pramod Mahajan murder case, visited national-level crime scenes like 1993 Mumbai blast case, Telgi stamp scam cases, blast cases at Ghatkopar, Mulund, twin blast at Gateway and Zaveri Bazaar, 11/7, etc. But the one sensitive topic she found the most heinous and which caused her a lot of pain were the cases of women being burnt alive. One such case that haunted her was that of an MLA who, because of some political issue, poured kerosene on his wife, locked her in a room and burnt her alive.
Usually found. In this particular case, we got the ashes, but we did not get any kerosene residue. So we gave the report like this. This is the first time in the history, because arguments are done only at the session level, session court. But this being a high profile case, we have given a very exclusive type of report saying totally the ash does not contain any petroleum hydrocarbon, but it cannot be ruled out that inflammable was used to make such a fire. So the High Court judge wanted the expert first time in a case. So I was called to the High Court and asked, how do you explain this? So then I gave them complete explanation, what is kerosene, why in a high flame when the temperature reached, because few of the ornaments were in the melted condition. An ornament being melted means more than 800 degrees centigrade has reached, because there was no cooling way, the room was closed, complete thing were burned to ashes, the skin and all out, which normally at 100, 200 degree one gets that, but metallic getting melted or to this molten level, anything above 800 must have reached. At that level, no kerosene residue will be found. So, but it cannot be ruled out that inflammable was not used in this particular event. So the judge was so happy. Then onward, they used to call me terror in the court, and it became so that they started taking information from me rather than summoning me. So I'm so happy, standing strong at every level, young person in the court, going to a superior high court and facing all the defense, big lawyers, and giving such things. It's all the strength you develop and technology on which you are very strong.
Protector TV salutes Dr. Rukmani Krishnamurthy for her excellent contribution in the field of forensic science.